Welcome to Earthly Reads, a My Cup of Earth production. In a land of dragons and knights, where the sun shone bright and the air was sweet with the scent of blooming flowers, there lived a young prince named Leo. Prince Leo was a curious and adventurous boy, with a heart full of wonder and a mind full of questions. He lived in a beautiful castle with his parents, the king and queen, and his little sister, Princess Sophia. One day, Prince Leo stumbled upon a mysterious book hidden away in the castle library. The book was old and worn, with pages yellowed by time and a cover adorned with strange symbols. As he opened the book, he discovered that it was filled with stories of brave knights and mighty dragons, of magic and wonder. The book was called The Chronicles of Dragonfire, and it told the tale of a great hero named Sir Edward, who had once lived in the land of dragons and knights. Sir Edward was a skilled warrior and a true champion of justice, and he had saved the kingdom from the evil dragon, Malachi, who had threatened to destroy everything in his path. Prince Leo was fascinated by the stories in the book, and he spent hours reading about Sir Edward's adventures. He imagined himself as the brave knight, fighting alongside the dragons to protect the kingdom from danger. He even began to practice his sword-fighting skills, using a wooden sword to defend himself against the imaginary dragons that lurked in the castle gardens. But as the days passed, Prince Leo began to notice that strange things were happening in the kingdom. Crops were withering and dying, and the once clear streams were now murky and polluted. The dragons, who had always been friendly and helpful, were becoming more aggressive and territorial. The king and queen called a meeting with their advisors to discuss the strange occurrences. But no one knew what was causing the problems. Prince Leo, however, was convinced that it was all connected to the mysterious book he had found. He decided to sneak out of the castle and investigate further, and he packed a small bag with food, water, and his trusty wooden sword. As he made his way through the forest, he came across a wise old wizard named Zephyr, who was known for his knowledge of magic and the ancient arts. Zephyr was sitting by a babbling brook, surrounded by a circle of mushrooms that glowed softly in the fading light. He looked up at Prince Leo and smiled, his eyes twinkling with wisdom. "Ah, young prince," he said. "I've been expecting you. You've come to ask about the strange happenings in the kingdom, haven't you?" Quote. Prince Leo nodded eagerly, and Zephyr continued, "Yes, I know what's causing the problems. It's a curse placed upon the kingdom by the evil dragon, Malachi. He's returned, and he's determined to destroy everything in his path." Prince Leo's eyes widened in shock, and he felt a surge of determination. He knew that he had to do something to stop Malachi and save the kingdom. Zephyr nodded, as if reading Prince Leo's thoughts. "I can help you, young prince," he said. "But you must first prove yourself worthy. I'll give you a task to complete, and if you succeed, I'll teach you the magic you need to defeat Malachi." Prince Leo eagerly accepted the challenge, and Zephyr presented him with a small, delicate flower. "This is the flower of life," he said. "It's the only thing that can bring life back to the withering crops and purify the polluted streams, but it's hidden deep within the heart of Malachi's lair, guarded by his most fierce and loyal dragon, Scorch." Prince Leo knew that it wouldn't be an easy task, but he was determined to succeed. He set off towards Malachi's lair, facing many dangers along the way. He encountered giant spiders, treacherous ravines, and even a pack of snarling wolves. But he persevered, using his wits and his bravery to overcome each obstacle. Finally, after many hours of traveling, Prince Leo arrived at the entrance to Malachi's lair. It was a dark and foreboding cave, with flames licking at the edges of the entrance. Prince Leo steeled himself and stepped inside, his heart pounding in his chest. As he made his way deeper into the cave, he encountered Scorch, The fierce and loyal dragon. Scorch was enormous, with scales as black as coal and eyes that glowed like embers. He roared with fury, breathing fire that singed Prince Leo's hair and clothes. But Prince Leo didn't back down. He drew his wooden sword and charged forward, using all of his skills and cunning to dodge Scorch's flames and strikes. It was a fierce and intense battle, with both combatants giving it their all. In the end, Prince Leo emerged victorious, Scorch lying defeated at his feet. He continued deeper into the lair, until he came across the flower of life, glowing softly in the darkness. With the flower in hand, Prince Leo returned to Zephyr, who was waiting for him in the forest. Zephyr was impressed with Prince Leo's bravery and determination, and he taught him the magic he needed to defeat Malachi. Together, Prince Leo and Zephyr returned to the kingdom, where they used the flower of life to bring life back to the withering crops and purify the polluted streams. The dragons, who had been suffering from the curse, began to flourish once again, and the kingdom was saved. Malachi, the evil dragon, was banished from the kingdom, and Prince Leo was hailed as a hero. He had proven himself to be brave, clever, and determined, and he had saved the kingdom from destruction. From that day on, Prince Leo was known as the Dragon Prince, and he was celebrated throughout the land. He continued to explore the world, using his bravery and cunning to overcome any obstacle that came his way. And he never forgot the lessons he learned from Zephyr, using his magic to protect and defend the kingdom he loved. The end. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.